Hey, fifth graders, you are so loaded with so many stories. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to find some of those stories by listing people, places, and objects, which is exactly what it sounds like. We can make a list of people, places, and objects. As always, I would recommend you go ahead and put this somewhere. For example, maybe a writing workshop notebook or just some kind of little place where you can keep some notes. So wherever you do that, and you could do this in different pages, you could do it on one, but you'd make three columns. One of them would talk about people, another one would talk about places, and another one would talk about objects. And in each of those, you're just going to go ahead and make a list of people, places, and objects that just pop into your mind. Okay, this is not one of those things to overthink. All you're trying to do here initially is just get out as many ideas as you can. So for example, just so I can type, I'm going to pop out of here. If I just start thinking of people, let's see here. I might think of, let's see here. Well, there is my son Aiden. There's my son Marek. Those two come to mind right away. I can think of a buddy of mine named KP. And actually, I might pop in there with him, Shane and Tim. These are all, not Time, but Tim. These are all good friends of mine. Let's see here. I might look at family, like my mom or my brother. I think, I often think of a teacher that I worked with. Her name was Margaret Mock. And I bring her up because she's just, when I think of teacher, she's just one who pops into my mind for a whole bunch of reasons. She's actually also a very good friend as well. I'm going to put down Dick Vitale. He just popped into my head for some reason. I've got a good story about him. If you know anything about college basketball on TV, then you know Dick Vitale. Dickie V, baby, it's awesome. Let's see here. Well, let's see. This year I work with Ms. Hilbert. And so I might put her name down here because I can already think of some stories that we've got going on. And actually, if I put Ms. Hilbert, I've got to put Mrs. Montoya. Maybe we have some stories there. There's our principal, Mr. Metz. There's a former fourth grade student of mine, and you'll see him in another video if you haven't already. His name's Keegan. Oh, I forget if it's EEA or EE. But anyway, Keegan, the story on him is legendary. Holy cow. As I'm thinking back to where I've got that, I can think of Cody Blue. Got a great story on Cody Blue. So I'm just throwing things down here, just people. There could even be things like, oh boy, here's another one. Old couple at Devil's Lake. They just popped into my head. I don't even know their names. I just saw them. So people that pop in your mind, you put them in. So in the other column here, I've got places. So places that I can think of right away. In my classroom, which I've seen very little of this year. Let's see here. There is Mirror Lake, which is a place that my boys and I love to go to. There is a fishing pier at a Madison Lake, and I'm not going to say where because it's been one of our best fishing spots, so I can't give that away. There's a fishing pier at Madison Lake. Love that spot. Let's see here. Where else could I put? Oh, I just thought of a place. The tip of Door County. If you're not familiar with where Door County is, take your left hand and put it out so your palm is facing away of you. Door County would be like the tip of your thumb. And that's about where I'm thinking. I've got a great story that I'm thinking of that involves Aiden many years ago, but just a really nice time. Oh, Field of Dreams. If you've ever seen the movie Field of Dreams, it's actually not far away. The location of that's only like 2 hours away from here. I've made a few visits there, and I've got some good memories from there as well. Boy, I might think of something as simple as my couch. There are times that just my couch is the right place to be. Oh, I'm looking outside right now. That just made me think of my deck. There's so much that we do out on our deck. Pioneer Park. Some of you probably who went to West Middleton may be familiar with Pioneer Park. That's a place we spend a lot of time, and not far from there is Pope Farm Conservancy. I have a lot of experiences and memories there. Okay, so there we go. There's just a list of some places. And again, I can keep adding to these. I'm not putting a ton of thought into this. I'm just putting them all down. Objects. Let me see here. Well, I can think of some very specific baseballs that I have. Some are from Brewer games. Some are ones that Aiden has used. I'm looking around here and I see dance shoes that Marek my youngest. He dances, and I see some of his dance shoes, and that gives me some ideas right away. Basketballs. I have so many basketballs around this house from all my coaching days and from classes and from teams that I've coached, and they all have really, really special memories for me. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? There's a smartphone. Actually, I've got several of them, and actually each of them have got their own little stories. So maybe what I'll do is put smartphones like that. Let's see here. I have a coffee mug with pictures of my boys. Love that. It's when they're really little, and that brings back some really good stories. If you were to look out on my deck right now, there's an interesting object. There is actually, without getting into too much of the story, there is a Rocky Rococo. Oh, I'm not sure if that's exactly this, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just getting ideas. Rocky Rococo pizza box. 4 different grass experiments in it. And there is a reason that it's there. So I'll just leave that there. In my kitchen right now, outside, I have some sourdough starter. If you don't know what sourdough starter is, it's basically a way to make your own yeast at home. Oh, goodness. What else is there? What else is there? Oh, in my bathroom, I have some hanging art from the boys, from my little guys. They've given me some things over the years, and I put them in there. Oh, tent. I've got to put up the tent because we love our camping. Oh, inside of our tent, there is a Conahan campsite sign. There's a story behind that. I'm thinking of fishing poles. I've got 3 of them right now. They've each caught some interesting fish. I've got stories behind those. So in each of these, I'm just making a list. Some of these might come out to be stories and some of them might not be. The next step that would come up is as I go ahead and I make these lists, I might go through and I might put a star next to ones that really stick out to me. Like, oh, I've got a really good story about that, or I've got a really good story about that. I may not have a great story about every single one of these, at least not now, but I might at another time, or it might give me another idea for something else. So in your notebooks or wherever you're going to keep your ideas, go ahead and make lists of people, places, and objects. Put stars next to the ones you can already think of stories on, and then just keep adding to these lists as you go. And you'd be amazed how many different ideas pop up the more that you take a look at these. Good luck with it. Go find some stories.